Okay then guys, we're back inside of Path of Exile 2 and there's loads to go over today, as evidently with around a week remaining until early access launches, the marketing has ramped up and so has the information that's being dropped. We have got so much to go over, including the skills provided as well as bandit-like character buffs that come from the Path of Exile 1, which you guys may well have known, and a few more nodes from the passive skill trees that you guys are wanting to obtain. With that being said, if you haven't already, smash that beautiful like button. It'd be so appreciated. And make sure you're subscribing with post notifications turned on, because any news drops for this game, you know you'll find it here. With that being said, let's see what's happening inside of the game right now. So starting off, for those of you guys who like the details, their website's been fully updated now and it looks absolutely beautiful. So a massive well done to them, because it looks so damn cool. It's extremely authentic, and as we move into the early access coming December 6th, we are starting to feel the pressure come in. And some more of what's making it feel like pressure is the fact that they're now starting to post up their marketing schemes of where they're showing us as much as they possibly can. Well, this right here is a post they posted up earlier today stating Malice is an aura skill provided by Sceptris in Path of Exile 2. That's great for ramping the offensive for you and your allies. If you want to boost your allies' defense instead, Discipline has got them covered. And as we can take a look at what they posted up exactly, you can see right here that Malice is a buff which is for the aura, which is going to be so damn good. It requires quite a high leveling, so you guys are going to have to obviously make your way through that part first, but it emits an aura that continuously inflicts critical weakness on enemies in your presence. Now this applies to your allies as well, so very helpful. As well as this one right here, which is for your allies, it adds 38% of your maximum mana to their total maximum energy shield. Now there was quite some comical stuff, especially coming from Darth Microtransaction, that states what aura increases the IQ and skill of my allies, need that one. And unfortunately this is going to be one of those games where that will be the case. Generally with these sorts of games, people just hate running in with randoms, so it happens quite a lot. Unfortunately, I don't think there's going to be an IQ and skill boost. We'll see where it goes anyway, all the same. But if you guys remember from Path of Exile 1, in Act 2, there was actually a bandit buff that you guys were able to get from a specific mission. Well, in Path of Exile 2, there is a bandit-like character buff that does exist. Now, this was posted up by Havoc, a well-known person inside of the Path of Exile 2 community. And you guys may well know who he is. If you don't, I'll leave the link to his content in the description below. But he posted up right here that the three that we're looking at is the Venom Drought of Rejuvenation, the Venom Drought of Clarity, and the Venom Drought of Speed. Now these are really cool, because the first one here for Rejuvenation grants the regenerate 1.5% of life per second, which is absolutely freaking huge, and it's definitely going to help you guys keep alive quite a lot. As well as Clarity, that grants 25% increased mana regeneration rate, which pretty much speaks for itself, and the Drought of Speed, which, yep, you guessed it, will increase your attack and cast speed 5% as well. These are all such huge bonuses that it is going to be such a changer. You guys are going to definitely want to get your hands on this as and when you manage to get into the game. As well as the way that the game is working, people thought that a lot of the nodes inside of the game were going to be like minuscule, a couple of percent here, a couple of percent there, little generic pieces like a boost in stamina or a boost in attack speed or a boost in this. Well, actually, we've got a few more nodes of the passive skill tree in Path of Exile 2 that is going to show you exactly what you were expecting. With hundreds and hundreds of different nodes that are inside of this game, they really ramped it up on things that you can actually utilize to specify a build. And with that became a basis of everyone thinking they were going to be really generic. But these guys have not messed around with this game at all. They are looking to break the industry. And as you can see right here, we have got a load of nodes that has been posted up over on the Reddit by Bewolf, and this is incredible because as you can see, we've got things like the Bulwark, Apocalypse, Quick Change Act, Grenadier, and just looking through these alone, dodge roll cannot avoid damage, takes 30% less damage from hits while dodging roll, 40% reduced damage. Herald skills deal 200% increased damage, 50% increased weapon swap speeds. The grenade skills have 1+ cooldown use, 25% increased culling strike threshold. Dude, these these are going to be absolutely game-changing. And when it comes to actually utilizing these to make your build, there are going to be so many different variations that you guys can run down, that for those people who are intending on making build guides over on YouTube, I think this is going to be a massive struggle. With so many different variations, it's going to take a while to genuinely find the best build that is actually available for each of your classes that you want to be running. Now, while we're on the talk of that though, it doesn't seem to stop there, because we have now got new Ascendancy nodes that have also been shown. Now, first of all, for the Witch Hunter, we have got two, one of which is No Mercy, where you can deal up to 30% more damage to enemies based on their missing concentration. And the second one right here, you can see that you can just genuinely straight apply Culling Strike. Now, this is seeming really heavy-handed, and the basis of that's so damn easy to make the move on, but a potentially 40% effective life reduction for mobs. It's really strong for bossing. Now, when we start taking a look at how this is actually going to operate, there isn't just those two that we're looking at. We have 4 new Ascendancy for Titan as well, and these ones are absolutely massive. This one right here, the Colossal Capacity, is where you can equip a chest which has a 20 inventory slot. Now, that is huge. We all know in these sorts of games, when it comes to the way that these are operating inside of the inventory, they're always going to be a little bit more minuscule than most. So the 20 slot average is actually really nice. As well as the armor from equipped body armor is doubled. Yes, doubled. The armor from equipped body armor is doubled. That is absolutely huge, and these Titans are going to be pretty tanky anyway, or at least from the knowledge that we've got on them. So knowing that things like this exist in the game, they are going to be borderline walls at this point. Basically unstoppable. The Ancestral Empowerment, where every second slam skill you use yourself is ancestrally boosted. Dudes, this is going to be absolutely insane. The amount of builds that you guys are going to make from all this stuff is crazy, because this one is absolutely mentally ridiculous. The Mysterious Lineage is 20% more maximum life. That's not a 20% boost. That's a 20% more maximum life. These Titans are going to be the definition of a tank. Any game you've played up until this point where you think you're a tank, this game is going to make you a tank. It's so great to see, and I absolutely love it for me personally. So it's definitely something you guys want to be checking out. And if you don't know what Path of Exile is, you still have a little bit of time to dive into normal Path of Exile to get a feel for how it's going to be. Now, don't get me twisted, it's not going to be anything like the gameplay you're watching on screen, because they have upped the ante tenfold with the amount of years they've put into this game. But overall, you're definitely going to want to get in and just get a bit of a feel around for how it feels, because this game is going to be absolutely ginormous. And taking a look at your top comments right here, we've got a couple of things that have been coming from the community on our last video, where we spoke about the effects it's going to have with Diablo 4. This first one right here states, free-to-play games like Path of Exile, Warframe are really paving the way for what live service should be. Hopefully, they both get their due shine in 2025, and I genuinely don't think that that is going to be a worry going forward. I think that these games will definitely get their due in 2025. This next one right here states, PoE Early Access has more content than all Diablo games combined. And this is crazy to look at, but even in a basis of the Early Access, that's not even all of it. We're missing 3 acts, we're missing a load of bosses, we're missing a load of enemy types that aren't going to be in there until the full release of the game, and it's still bigger than what Diablo are releasing across numerous titles. It's crazy how much work they've put into this, and they came in with this game on a basis that they were going to absolutely change the industry inside of the gaming world. And this third one states, I am a current D4 player setting it aside for Path of Exile 2. I have only just learned about this game a couple of weeks ago. Now, Path of Exile 2 is quite an old game as an overall, just the franchise itself, and is pretty well known in the community, although because of the way that it was back in the day, it was pretty much niched down to a specific amount of players, and Diablo is a little bit more like your easygoing, more franchisable brand for that most part, which for casual gamers, it was a lot easier to get into. So now Path of Exile 2 is so damn big that it's looking to genuinely break the internet. People are now finally catching wind of it, and it's really nice to see. So if you haven't already, get down to the comment section, pop a comment in. You may well feature on the next video here on the channel. But thank you so much again for watching, guys. If you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe, post notifications turned on. Appreciate your faces, and as always, up until the next time, I'll see you in the clouds.